Good morning. It is Tuesday, April 22nd. Today is going to be a little bit like Groundhog Day. So today we have the same planetary arrangements going on. We have that same T-square with Pluto opposite Mars and squaring the Sun, and that is still releasing into that Scorpio energy. So again, we need to make sure that we're taking care of our mental health. We're not getting too lost in that intensity and that darkness. Reach out to somebody if you need to talk, if you need to get things off your chest. If you don't have anyone to reach out to, if you don't have anyone safe to reach out to, send me an email, send me a message on one of my other social medias, whatever. I'm more than willing to talk. I've been there. I get it. So take care of yourself. We still have the Venus North Node Saturn conjunction happening in Pisces. There is still karma for shady behavior. There is still restrictions, particularly when it comes to finances and women's issues, things of that nature. There's still breakups and commitments. But we need to be very careful about how we're doing this because there's a lot of manipulation going on. There's a lot of like underhanded things, a lot of things that aren't being said. And that Jupiter in Gemini also rules all of this Pisces stuff, okay? So there is this like manipulation of words to kind of keep things surface level so you're not seeing the whole picture when it comes to the restrictions or any commitments and things like that that are going on with that Piscean energy. So again, really make sure that you're using your discernment, you're listening to your intuition, you've got good boundaries when it comes to your intuition, your emotions. Make sure that you are leaning on whatever healing you've been doing. You're learning how, this is like an opportunity really to kind of learn how to use those tools that you've been gaining, okay? And the moon is still in Aquarius, so things are still uncomfortable. There's still this underlying energy of things just don't feel right. They don't feel safe. Something is off type of energy going on. Now, the only difference between yesterday and today is that the moon is going to square that Uranus this afternoon. And then it's going to go void for the remainder of the day until about 11 o'clock Mountain Time tonight. That is an aha moment. It is a surprising, an uncomfortably surprising energy. You could see some type of event, or it could just be like you see something that makes you, like a light bulb go off for you. But whatever it is likely to be very uncomfortable. It's likely to kind of shake you up. And then we're riding the rest of the day on that energy. And when the moon is void, you're just not going to get anything done. It's a time to just kind of slow down and process whatever came up with that last aspect. So whatever comes up for you this afternoon, don't try to do anything with it right away. Take the time to sit with it and understand it and process it, okay? Pull some cards for us. The energy of the day for the collective. Oh, my dogs are making a ton of noise. We have Ace of Wands. So, and that Mars and Leo, my energy is starting to pick up a little bit, right? We've been feeling so dragged down for a long time. So there is this like energy of like, I want to get out there. I want to do something. I want to move. I want to like get going, right? Now, but that Mars is approaching that opposition to Pluto, right? So things are just uncomfortable. We don't know which way we're going here. So there's an energy of wanting to get out there and wanting to do things and wanting to like kind of be happy-go-lucky here, okay? What to focus on today? Page of Pentacles. So I like the Page of Pentacles. Number one, it's moving slow, right? We want to stay grounded. We want to make sure that we are staying in reality. We're not letting our imagination get carried away with us. We're not letting our delulus get carried away with us. That Piscean pile up could very well feed like delusions and things like that. So really make sure that you're staying grounded. You're moving slowly. Pages are a lot of times seen as like students as well. So maybe there's something in the day that you need to learn. Make sure that you're staying grounded. Pay attention to what's going on around you and see if there's like a lesson in here somewhere. Saturn brings a lot of lessons, okay? What to avoid today? Oh. The Lovers. So, the Lovers, I don't want to say like avoid communicating, right? Because I mean, if you've got to get some stuff off your chest, you've got to get stuff off your chest. That's how you heal. You don't keep everything in a box. It's how you get through things. So I'm not saying don't communicate, but maybe avoid like trying to get too close to somebody. Try to give yourself a little space today. Give other people a little space today as well if they need it. And really just slow down today. Don't try to make anything happen. That's really kind of the energy that I'm getting today in general, is observe and don't try to force things to happen, despite the fact that we have this energy of wanting to make things happen. We've got to slow down and actually allow some things to kind of just unfold right now, okay? We do have Six of Swords on the bottom, so there is like this energy of moving on from something, trying to find a better like headspace here. So clarifiers for our Ace of Wands. Clarifiers for the Ace of Wands. Oops. Let's throw them everywhere. We have the Eight of Swords. Yep. We've been stuck in our heads and now we want to do something with it. And there we go. Four of Pentacles. So yeah, there's like you've got stuff in your head, you're wanting to let it go, you're wanting to get it out there, you're wanting to, like, you've been stuck in this mental prison and now you're like, okay, now I need to go. Now I need to make something happen. I need to create something new. I need to, keep going and keep moving, right? Now, this is fixed energy. So there's this energy of stubbornness going on here where you've made up your mind about something and you're going to make it happen, right? So that is that energy. Mars is that planet of go, and Mars is wanting to go right now. But that's conflicting with everything else, right? Clarifiers for the Page of Pentacles. We have a Page of Cups. Oops. And that was the Nine of Swords. Give me a second. Ugh. Yep. There we go. Page of Cups and Nine of Swords. This goes right in with this Lovers one, by the way. So it's kind of similar to yesterday. Remember, we got the Knight of Cups, and we got to pay attention to how people are approaching us. Make sure that they're not pulling any shadiness, right? If you have people coming to you in this like Page of Cups kind of energy, I swear this Chihuahua will not sit down. If you have someone coming to you like this message of like love, and this is kind of immature energy. It does come off as very sweet, very kind, but it is on the immature side, right? So it's like a feel-good energy, but there's something not quite right with it. Maybe they are coming in from a place of hurt, from a place of trauma. There's something to learn in that, okay? But there's also like an energy of hurt people, right? And you've got to learn from that. We've got to learn to stop taking in all of the hurt dogs. And we've got to start making sure that we've got our good boundaries so that we're not taking on their pain. You can be there for people. You can talk to people. But when somebody's in really bad spaces, sometimes we cannot let them into our space because they will destroy us too. I have been that person. I've been in a really bad space where I lashed out at other people. There's reactive abuse, right? Where you are so damaged that you react to things in an abusive way. There's a lot of reasons to make sure that you've got good boundaries when it comes to like emotional stuff right now. And people are hurting and they don't know what to do with it, and they're struggling, they're scared, and there's like this energy of potentially lashing out because maybe they're not getting as much attention as they would like to get or something along those lines. But just be careful. Make sure that you're paying attention, you're moving slow, you're staying grounded, and listen to whatever lesson there is to be learned in that interaction that you see happening. Clarifiers for the Lovers. We have the Emperor. This is really giving me the energy of like people trying to force normalcy. And Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. So we're avoiding the Lovers, right? With this Emperor and Eight of Pentacles, this is like, I am very much getting that feeling of people trying to force normalcy, force comfort, because they're uncomfortable with what is happening around them. And it's like somebody coming back in like, hey, let's work on something, but something's off, right? I'm getting that this is like as a means to avoid reality, as a means to fall into some type of escapism. Remember that pile up that's happening in Pisces, it is Saturn and the North Node and Venus. There could be commitments coming up here, but Piscean energy is escapism energy as well. And Mars in Aries or in Leo that's wanting to take all this action, it's ruling Neptune in Aries, right? So what's happening here is there's folks that are really trying to like fight against what is going on. They just want to feel good. They want to find some place that is comfortable, and they want to try to like force that normalcy. And we need to make sure that we're not doing that as a form of escapism. A lot of people are going to be doing that right now. So just be very careful in your interactions with others today. Make sure that you're staying grounded, you're staying in reality, you're paying attention to what's going on around you. Look out for projection and from yourself and others. Again, yeah, have the conversation, but let's hold off on anything that even looks like a commitment right now, because we want to make sure that things are on the up and up. You want to take the time to take a step back and observe before you jump into anything, okay? Bottom of the deck is the Hangman, so that is that like waiting type of energy. So really lean on that waiting, lean on that observing, look at the whole picture, and make sure that you see everything that's going on here.